Right, we got the Elder Brain Blood. You have other bloods? No.
Very well.
Should be the Elder Orb.
What would you have me do?
You need to kill it quickly. Very, very quickly.
I will listen, for now. I look forward to it. I will enjoy this.
We've cleared this already. Okay.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Very well.
Why didn't... Who the hell has the Eye Stalk? Do you have the Eye Stalk? Did I just miss it? Yeah, I missed it. There's the Eye Stalk. We'll have blood also, so we're moving it to end the game. Right. There's nothing really to do in the Drowse City anymore, so little shenanigans with the blood, the eggs, and that's basically it.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I look forward to it.
We could buy a golem destroying weapon here, but I don't think that's warranted. We can make one if we really want to. Golems, well, they are problematic, but not that problematic. Although we are relying on the Frost Giant strength build. We can make a hammer that would be very, very good at destroying things. Also +5. Also strength 25. There's no going back from this. How's the spell situation? It's mostly fine.
I will enjoy this.
Ah, it is you again.
You have the blood. You have done it. Outstanding, Beltrin. Ah, the Spider Queen smiles upon us. Our gamble does not go unwasted. Your champion has brought us the blood that we need. Praise the Lord, the ritual may finally be begun. The Spana will rule Usnatha without question as the preeminent house. Indeed, but we must be cautious, daughter, ever cautious. The ritual may be disturbed before it is completed. The Silver One may get desperate. You are going to seal the city, matron? Yes, we cannot be disturbed from the outside. I shall go now and begin the proper preparations. This shall be a glorious day indeed. Beldrin, you have done House Despana the greatest of services. You will be a male without equal. Riches and slaves shall be yours. I shall see to it as soon as the ritual has been completed. Now is the time for you to rest, strong one. There's nothing more for you to prove to me. Well, I'm not done with him just yet. Well then, come to my personal apartments. I expect you to meet me there within the hour. This is not a request. Yay, you got level ups. Wilson. One where it matters. The one where it truly matters. Wilson is pretty much the only reason for me thinking that it might be worthwhile to do the Watcher's Keep. Because, yeah, we need the, what is it, level 25. Without natural weapons plus 4, Wilson is a worthless piece of crap in the end. And without Watcher's Keep, I don't think I'll ever get there. Naturally, we could kick people out of the group, but that would go very much against
I will
the
take care of
fact that
this.
we're trying to explore the few new parts of the game that the extra companions offer. So it's not really an option. Right. Just a thing that popped into my mind. It is where the why do I seem to recall saying that Dornil Khan is in Thornball, but it's not. It was Gromneriel Khan. So it sounds like definitely connection to Dorn, but at the same time not Dorn. Gromneriel Khan. Right. Not sure why that popped into my mind just now. I guess because we're getting closer to it.
It will be done.
Ah, it is you again.
You're well and good, I assure you, Male. Wrong character.
Ah, it is you
Good,
again.
I have a plan. A plan that will place me as the head of House Despana, even as we take our place as the rightful ruling house of Usnatha. My plan includes you, Beltrin. Without your timely arrival here, none of this would have been possible. Do as I say, and your rewards will be unimaginable. Refuse and, well, why would you refuse? You have everything to gain, Beltrin. Everything. In order for this plan to be successful, however, you must betray the matron mother. Are you willing to do this? Think carefully on your answer. Yeah, I have no qualms about betraying her. Good. Then you may aid me in my plan and be rewarded accordingly once I am the new matron mother. You heard Matron speak of the ritual. Matron will summon a demon of terrible power, one to aid the drow in our attack upon the surface elves. The blood is a component in this ritual, used to draw the demon's attention and bring him before us. But most gloriously, House Despana has acquired the eggs of a silver dragon, the one guarding the route to the surface that we drow descended from so long ago. Holding these eggs hostage keeps the silver dragon from interfering. Even better, Matron plans to use them as an offering to the demon to enlist its aid. Indeed, what demon could refuse? House Despana will have opened the way for the war and summoned its most powerful warrior. We shall become preeminent. But there is no rule that states Ardalis must still be matron mother of such a powerful house. Go to the treasury, Beltrin, steal the dragon's eggs, and replace them with the convincing fakes that I have had made. You will then bring the real eggs to me. Matron will offer the fake eggs to the demon and be killed. Then I shall offer him the real eggs. The ritual will be completed and I shall be matron mother. Here, here is the key to the treasury room and the fake eggs. Take them. Return with the real eggs before the ritual is ready to begin. I give you one warning. The guards will try and stop you in the treasury. If they see you, kill them only if you must. Use stealth, Beltrin. Now go. Easy peasy.
What would you have me? Easily.
We'll just use the staff of
I will
invisibility.
listen. For now.
A waste of my talents, but so be it.
So we should rest.
I
You,
do what I must. When I
Solithane.
must. Know this well.
Melvin, excellent. I have found you. I've been watching you for some time now here in the city. I do not know your purpose or if you will listen to me, but I have something to offer. Something to give that treacherous wench Fury what she deserves. I followed her and saw that she had duplicates of the Dragon Eggs made, and I have surmised her plan. I have had a second copy made. Fairy had her copies marked so she would recognize them, but these have no such mark. They will fool her if you give them to her instead of the real eggs. Will you take them, Velvet? Will you take them and give them to her? I will. Good. Whatever your purpose in this city, I don't care. But since you spared my life, well, I only wish I could be there to see the look on her face. Fare you well then. Then good luck. Right, we need to rest before we do anything. The problem is the haste. It'll tire us out. I'll get the real eggs and go and take a rest.
Ready for anything. That's it?
Yep. Who actually has the key? Better make sure that the one who's going there can actually
Happy
open
to
it.
find.
It should be fairly straightforward. Opening doors doesn't remove the invisibility. So all we have to do is walk in, open it, close it, take the stuff, open it, close it. Not even that. Right. Put in various fakes. Take the real ones.
I'm ready. Sure.
Walk out.
Mind your tone.
Do we want different spell selection? Probably yes. Kelvin's Warding Whip, please. I'm sort of... magic isn't going to be all that effective against Drow. Better not focus on it.
Very well.
Yes? I suppose.
You have a problem? I look forward. You must gather your party before venturing forth. I am Dorniel Khan. I do as I will. You do not give me orders.
So, after we give these eggs to Fairy, that's pretty much it. We're going to be taken to the ritual chamber and then we'll have to play on this.
Very well.
We should be able to maintain our disguise. Probably we'll be able to maintain it.
Do not question the matron mothers.
You must gather your party before venturing
Yes.
forth.
I look forward to it.
What'll it be?
Basic defenses up, people.
You are going somewhere you do not want. I will enjoy this. I will take care of this.
Ah, it is you again.
You are a marvel, my brilliant male. You are indeed. You have done as I asked and returned to me with the eggs. Where are they? Give Soloplane's eggs. So these are the silver dragon's eggs. Yes, they must be. Thank you, Beltrin. You have performed well. I will go to the temple for the ritual. I expect you to be present for my victory. Go to the temple to meet me and do not delay, or I shall be most angry. Imp. Ah, here am I. Wondering you who I must you be, yes? Servant loyal to the Silver One forever. The Silver One serve you. Or her bidding to you matter it does not. Watching you have I been most interesting a time watching you. Tricky, deceit upon deceit. Silver One's eggs safe from immediate harm they be. But get them out of the city you must. Close magically seals the city is. That the matron mother Ardules's first must be, if leave you wish to. Once dead the matron mother be, fleeing with eggs you should. Much anger from priestesses there will come. Minutes you have, maybe, before revealed your disguise is. Quickly leaving you must be. Failing the Silver One if you do, coming to you she will. Liking that you will not, saving eggs you must. To the matron mother's daughter you must go. Waiting in the temple for you she is. Of the essence time is very. Wishing you luck am I, Mandarin.
Yes, it will be done. Easily.
Maybe we should cast haste on the entire team again and just run out. We can always rest outside before we go deal with the Silver One. We have these low pokes in the team.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Ah, it is you again.
You have come. The ritual is about to begin, and my ascension shall be sweet indeed. Let us attend, Baldur.
Come before me.
Very well. All preparations have been made. It is time for the ritual to begin. In moments the drow will stand supreme, with House Despana first among them. Ensure nothing disturbs my casting. When the demon appears, do not interfere. Mistakes from any of you will earn you a quick death and eternal torment. Now I shall begin. I have come. You have wrested me from my blade, Darkling. Have good reason, or I shall take my prize in Darkling blood. I have good reason, Lord of the Nether Pits. I beseech you to aid the Drow, caused in the war against our hated surface cousins. to carve their pale flesh.
And what manner of tithe would you offer me for such a deed, Darkling? What manner of payment warrants my aid?
I offer you these, Lord of Fiends, eggs of a silver dragon, a self-righteous creature of light, yours to do with you as you please, in return for your aid.
Foolish Darkling, do you think I would be taken in by such a simplistic deception?
What do you mean, O Dark Lord? These are...
They are bare false, Darkling. I would take such a tithe were it real, but now you have offended me. Perish, little Darkling woman.
No, no, Lord, protect your faith.
How dare you call me forth? How dare you tempt me with eggs of hated silver, but then deceive me? I am tempted to raise this city to ashes.
Old demon, I am the daughter of the one who has summoned you, and I have the eggs that you seek. I offer them to you as a tithe.
A great joke has been played on you, daughter of Darkling. The eggs you hold are also false.
What? No, it's Baldrin. What have you done to me?
The bald child has murdered you, Darkling daughter. Most amusing it is. Come now and be murdered.
No, I will destroy you, Baldrin. I will find you and eat your beating heart. I will...
Now, it seems there are no actual dragon eggs to be had. A pity. Unless there is a better offer, I shall depart.
Remain silent.
So be it. Mortals are ever fools.
Right, we might have minutes before shit hits the fan here. But... What are these? Spell turning, blah. What about this? Plate mail or plate mail list? Gorgon plate. Not bad. Not good either though. Okay, who the hell has the backup plate for him? We're gonna lose the draw armor soon. Ah, crap. It's not a good one. Time for us
A
to bail.
waste of my talents, but so be it.
We have minutes to bail.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
And some of you stopped moving
Gather
already.
your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Very well.
Okay. I'm gonna need to haste your ass. It's taking over forever.
What would you have? I look forward to it.
TikTok. Come on, come on.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Kill them all and have done with it.
And that's pretty much a wrap.
You must gather your party before venturing
I rest
forth.
here. Actually, we don't
Very
have to
well.
rest. We're in good enough for condition.
Single haste is probably not gonna tire us out.
I see you there.
You return. You have returned victorious. I sense my beautiful eggs in your person. I shall take them and give you the reward I promised. May it serve you well in the time ahead. Ah, but I also promised a safe fast escape, did I not? One that will lead you nearer Bodhi and Irenicus. I shall transport us there and see you safely away. Truth be known, you might have gone there yourself, but it would have been all the bloodier.
I'm simply glad the ordeal is over now and I can return to the surface.
I'm relieved that this is over as well, though I will not be returning to my previous duties. I have seen too much of this evil to continue guarding a peace that does not exist. My last act here will be a few selective deaths, perhaps. A lesson for those responsible for my strife, at least. They will know not to cross my path again. But that is for later. I shall help you as I promised, and then see to my own concerns. Before I take you to the surface, I must transform myself into a more suitable form.
Level ups. Excellent. Okay, who got level up? Steve. Could detect illusions. Next level up will get our first high level ability. Okay, what do
I
they
will
have
listen
here?
for now.
Build a wizard.
What can I do?
Ready for anything.
Pay for your sins. Mind yours.
I can't see shit.
You have a problem. Pay for
Oh, for the love of crumb cake. Oh, cut. Get down!
The way to the surface is clear. Good luck to you.
Happy to help. To try
You
to
are
help.
going somewhere you do not want.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I
You
look
must
forward.
gather your party before venturing forth.
Fighting isn't exactly
Yes?
over yet.
What would you have me
Victory
do?
unclear. Destruction certain.
Quick kills.
What'll it be?
Burn their balls.
I will listen for now.
Get down, everyone!
Taste my foot. I'll send you to the abyss. I will enjoy this.
I'm stunned. Literally stunned.
Hold still.
Holy crap, it's a lot of fire damage.
I will take care of this.
No need for you to cast anything.
You have a problem? You are going somewhere you do not want to be. Yes.
Let's do shit.
What which it will be done.
I hunger. Feed me.
Death to all who stand against me!
Victory unclear. Destruction certain. Oh, did everyone see that? Boy, I'm good.
They still have draw equipment.
The Seldarine watch over us. Victory shall be ours this day.
Flee this place lest you fall as a casualty of circumstance. Get to the surface and report to Elan. He will see to your safety.
I command pure.
I hunger. Feed me.
Get down, everyone!
Stand against me! Taste this!
We shall never surrender the Hardwoods.
And into Underdark.
As much as you have traveled, these last few feet to the surface have seemed the longest trek by far. Your relief at seeing the light of the sky is palpable, even though you are not really fleeing the black of the Underdark, rather the constant treachery. Unfortunately, even though the setting has changed, your immediate future still looks to be far from peaceful. This area has been the staging ground for many recent battles, and judging from the faces of the beleaguered elven soldiers that now approach, there may be more to come.
We shall never surrender the Hardwoods.
I speak the common tongue that you might hear and be warned. All that breach the surface will be fought back. Wait, you are no drow. You should not be in this area. Are you a collaborator? Have you betrayed the surface world to the devils below?
Yeah, my name is Milos the Vulture, and I have fought through the drow to find Irenicus.
You know of Irenicus. You will speak with Elan immediately. He will determine your relationship with the Fiend.
By all means.
Your fate will be decided shortly. You will remain under guard until Elan sees you. Make no move. You will be watched closely.
The Seldarine watch over us.
No,
Victory shall be ours this day.
Sobalidas.
Welcome. Yes, welcome. I'll have you know I do not trust you. I have no reason to trust you. I do not feel that I have to trust you. No doubt the same applies from your perspective.
So with that admission out of the way, are you going to tell me what this is about?
No, I am not. I merely come to look at you. You arrived from the depths, and I wished to see the darkness was in your eyes. I am undecided. Elhan will see to you. He will make sure you are comfortable, and that you reveal what you must of yourself. His experience and he has knowledge of the enemy. Mind that you obey him, regardless of your intent. If you attack any of my elves here,
I will have you killed on the spot. We are Legion, rest assured.
Well, I thank you for coming.
What is it that you want?
You will mourn the loss of those pleasantries very soon. I'm not here to pamper you. I shall keep this brief, as I have little time to waste on you. A few questions are all I need regardless.
Ask what you will.
I will ask some things of you, and you will speak what you know. My sages will detect any falsehood. They are very good at that sort of thing. Now then, something simple and direct to begin with. You emerged from the home of the Drow. Were you fleeing, or are you in league with them?
I was fleeing. Truth. I concur, truth.
A truth. Well, a good start. You are currently not an ally of the Drow. This tells me nothing of your motives, though. Let us continue. A name, then, that you may know something of. Irenicus. Do you know of him?
Yes, he's the reason that I have come all this way.
Strong truth. Very much so. The association is clear. So you admit to knowledge of a fiend and a criminal. I will have to push this further. Perhaps you are a window to his plans. Shall we try to determine how much you know, how far your association goes? Are you in league with Irenicus?
No, I'm not. He's our common enemy.
Truth.
Truth, it seems he believes this wholeheartedly.
I'm glad to hear as such. My guards have better things to do than be waiting to execute you. This has put me more at ease. Whatever manner of creature you are, we are on the same side in this instance at least.
Can I go now?
You are certainly less of a threat than I first imagined, but do not think you are welcome yet. This area is still at risk and I will not take chances. Especially since there is still the matter of the vampire you bring with you. I will return to her later, rest assured. For now, I will apprise you of the situation, and you will realize why travel in this area is to be restricted. You might have received a warmer welcome, but Irenicus has triggered the strongest of emotions where he has trod. He has stepped beyond all bounds of decency, and our very city is under the weight of his thumb. Sultanissalar is simply gone. One of the greatest elven cities of the age, and it disappeared right in front of your eyes.
Sultanissalar is gone? Just gone? How do you lose a city?
We must do all we can to recover it.
I find that difficult to believe.
It has only been concealed, but we cannot penetrate the magics that have hidden it. We are forced to remain here, pestered by Drow, while supplies falter.
Drow that were incited by Irenicus and the bargains he made in the Underdark.
Truth? Yes, he knows much of this. It would seem your travels have given you quite a bit of insight into the plans Irenicus has made. I wonder if you might be of service to us.
Do you think you can trust me?
You obviously bear no love for Irenicus, making you the enemy of our enemy. Classically speaking, this might make you our friend. Then even if you are not, you cannot reach Irenicus without helping us. He is untouchable save for one possibility. Within the temple was an artifact of great power, the Rin Lanthorn. It is an ancient lantern etched with the oldest of runes. The lantern is attuned to the Elven nation, and no magic can bar its return to Elven lands. We could simply walk to Sultanissalar if we had possession of it. Someone stole the relic when the temple fell to the Drow. Obviously, it was a servant of Irenicus capitalizing on the chaos of the battle. We have not been able to determine where the thief went, despite the best efforts of our sages. Makes me think that the Lanthorn is no longer in Elven territory.
It must have been Bodhi, only she would have been trusted with such a thing. Truth. As I said, I cannot help if you don't trust me.
Bodhi, you may know more than we about this situation after all. I propose we exchange our services.
Yeah, why exactly does Irenicus hate you and your city?
I cannot say more than I have. Perhaps if I had access to the city, I would have insight, but as it stands, I'm in the same situation you are. The attack came without warning, born in the mind of a human we did not know. This was not in the realm of possibility, and it remains as such. He has dealt with Drow, defied our temple, and violated our city. His name is to be spit and spoken of as rarely as possible. He is all that elves are not. If you know how to find the treacherous servant of this fiend, I suggest that you do it. You seek Irenicus, we seek Irenicus. To help us is to help yourself. Find the Lanthorn. Seek outside Elven lands in whatever location you think an important servant of Irenicus would be. Only then will we reach this man.
Yeah, I need supplies, and I might need help facing Bodhi.
We cannot march on human territory. As great as our problems are, they would only get worse if we appeared to be sending agents into the cities of armed. You have traveled extensively. Return to the groups you have already encountered and ask their aid. I'm sure you will find some among them to help you. They need not know the nature of the emergency, only that a great evil must be routed. The less who know of the shame brought by Irenicus, the better.
What shame has he caused you?
It is not your concern. His deeds will be apparent when we reach him. Until then, you should begin your task. They need not know.
Okay. Um, any help with special supplies, holy water, stakes?
I have such things. The water is exceptionally potent and will prove effective against those that wrong the temple. The wrath of the Seldarine is in each vial. It sounds as though you know the nature of the creature you must face. Your service is now doubly appreciated.
Well, I will set to my task then.
I talked long. I will make sure the guards know you are free to come and go. Unfortunately, I must bring up a vital point of contention. I said I would return to the vampire. I will not allow her to accompany you.
I owe Melas the vulture my life. I will not betray him nor your quest.
Truth. Yes, there is malice in her heart, but it is not directed at us.
Are we finished then?
We are. All speed to you.
You look down. Get me some dragon is ready.
Do I?
I don't believe you.
Your quest isn't getting any easier.
I can tell you a little story if you want.
Something to lift your spirits a bit.
You're welcome to try.
Great. I'll have to look over my notes. I'll get back to you in a bit. Tomorrow, maybe.
Notes?
Of course! Don't worry, it's not that long, really.
Very well. I'll do my best to get by until you're ready. Ah. What exactly if we lose and get? Is this a good crossbow or not? Where did it come from? Ah. The ash weaponry, that's no good. Any other ash equipment? I was pretty sure I did not have anything else. What the fuck do you have that? Do I have I'm gonna do some equipment building.
Easily.
We could go after the new forest areas. Multi Pass and North Forest are pretty much unrelated to anything else.
You have been waylaid by
I
enemies
tell you,
and
Bruno,
must defend
we've been on this
yourself.
path previously. Are you sure you know where you left it? I have no desire to keep traveling about in circles.
Drist's the Urden's traveling companions. Not gonna pick a fight with them, I'm gonna ask for their aid with the vampires.
Blasted boy, I may be old, but my memory hasn't left me head just yet. And we would not even have to look for it had Wolfgar not knocked it out of me hand. I did no such thing, dwarf. But he did, my boy. You were not looking where you were lying about in the battle, and I were too distracted by the trolls to run after it, and then I forgot that he even did it after.
Well, of course, he be trying to help you find it, but all Drist was wondering was,
He be wondering whether I have a wit left in me head, girl, and I tell ye we'll find me hammer soon enough. I'll not leave it for goblins to steal.
Be that as it may, Bruner, Drist, we've got company. Maybe they found your pretty little hammer, Bruner.
One more comment on me hammer, Rumblebilly, and he'll be the first it squishes when I gets it back.
Peace, my friend. There is no need for us to fight over this. Oh there, travelers. I'm Drist Orden, most recently of the 10 Towns. Are you friend or foe? A friend. I cannot say that I've heard of you, but as you are not violent, I'll not push the matter. Tell me, have you perhaps seen a pink warhammer in the vicinity?
Bless ye wrist, me hammer not be pink.
Well, you have to admit, Bruno, since Irene cast that enchantment on it, it has been glowing a little on the pinkish side.
It be red, red I tell ye. Call it pink again, halfling, and ye'll have yourself one-way ticket to the abyss.
I've been there. It was nothing special. Well, red then. Might you have seen something like it, stranger? No, I haven't.
Moradin's breath. It must be about here somewhere.
We'll look for it a while longer, Bruner. Have no fear. You're not expected back in the 10 Towns for a fortnight yet. Tell me though, stranger, have we met before? I feel as though your face is familiar. I cannot attach a time or place to it. Should I know you? I don't actually recall what happened with Drist. Did anything happen? Did I even meet him? We met only briefly. I helped you defeat some gnolls near Baldur's Gate. That was you. Well met then. Forgive my apprehension. One must be wary in these parts, especially with the rumors that have been flying about. If you are in need of assistance, I will be glad to offer it. If not, I will wish you well, and we shall be on our way back to the far north. Yeah, I do have a proposal. A proposal? Very well, stranger. I have no objections to hearing you out. If I can assist you, I will. I'm Melos the Vulture, and I seek to defeat a vampire in Athkatla too powerful to face alone. Will you help? I had heard rumors of this creature, but I also heard that she and her cohorts were destroyed. Are you claiming that this is untrue, that she yet exists? Yeah, I was the one who destroyed her guild, but she got away. She has returned now and is stronger than ever before. I like that I'm just bullshitting everyone. How would I know how strong she is? Do I even know she has returned there? I've had experience with such creatures in the past, and I know well their power. If what you say is true, we cannot allow it to continue to exist. I will join you in your battle, although there are things that we must do before that time. Where does this creature reside in Athkatla? In the crypts beneath the graveyard district. I think I know the area you speak of. Very well, we will meet you there when you are ready to venture beneath the surface. Until that time...
A waste of my talents, but so be it.
I'll accept all the help I can get. This should be
Very well.
just an area that you pass through to reach the other forest section. There might be a couple of enemies here, but probably nothing noteworthy really. Peasants. Wolves howling.
Ready for anything.
Okay. What would happen if someone would throw a attack spell there?
I'll do it.
I will listen for now.
I look forward to it. Ha! I'll rip you apart, you whey-faced cur.
Yet they're not exactly up to the challenge anymore. And more of them.
Fall
and stay
stand
falling.
against me.
We're better resting in this area.
Kill them all and have done with it.
Should be another very small map. Right.
Very well.
Pretty.
Happy to help. To try to help anyway.
Yeah, you don't have true. No, you don't have true seeing because so many other people have.
Mind your... I look forward to it.
Get down! Stay falling.
You are a slippery one.
I am ready, if that is what you want.
I'm ready. Simple
What
and
would you have
surge
me do?
free.
Certainly.
You
Rubbish.
have a problem. I will enjoy this.
Yes?
You are going somewhere. Not I will take care of this.
You are lucky I'm here. That's what I can do that.
There's an adventuring party here, and it's pretty much the only thing that's of any interest. I need to get its location.
Fear not. I'm watching your back.
Right,
Yes.
it's already hostile,
It
so
will be done.
we're just gonna make an
What'll it
opening
be?
shot. Could use invisibility for this. Right. I don't particularly want to see the mage to see me.
Ready for anything.
Go for nature's beauty too. It's either death or permanent blindness. Blind, 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 blind. They never knew I was here.
Happy to help. To try to help, anyway. I'm ready.
Don't do that. I just drop some fire on them. They should all die pretty quickly.
What would you have me do?
And they're blind after all.
Easily.
So I take the invisibility potions. I suppose I should, as long as it doesn't take multiple stacks. Sometimes we might have to rely on non-mage casted invisibility.
Most disagreeable.
Is there still someone alive there? Really? So yeah, that wasn't much of a fight. Best thing about nature's beauty is that it's you don't have to target it. Because you're the center, it also means you don't break invisibility.
Yes?
Time stop.
Can we lose some of this trash? I can't carry anymore.
This is not trash. Oh, it sort of is with a single charge.
I will listen for now.
A waste of my talents. But so be it.
Ooh, someone is still alive there. The loot isn't all that bad. It's at least valuable, if not useful. Right. I think that's pretty much it. There are other monsters here, but I'm not sure they're worth even killing. Rager Wyvern.
What'll it be?
See if you can disable it. And it's already dead. I was expecting a little bit more out of it. Last time I faced Greater Wyverns, there were opponents to be avoided. I was expecting spirit enemies. There's potentially Yanti up there, but I doubt there's anything else. Right, run.
My heart is filled with joy.
I think I'll take down Bodhi. No, I probably will not. We need to ask for additional guys to join in the fight. And when to do shopping in Walking's Promenade. I can also get the silver blade part. Right. Cruin.
That's the best you can manage?
Ah, it is the wielder, the thief, and the defiler, all in one being. Strange. I thought there would be three. You there? Have you no twin brothers?
What do you want, Kid Yankee?
A question with a question. I see his mind is far deeper than I expected. Layers and layers of duplicity and deceit. I must be subtle with this one. Perhaps I should start again before he gets suspicious. Yes, I think this would be best. You there, half-orc man. My freedom from limbo has a price. I must track down the thief of one of our most holy of holies.
You don't mean the silver sword blade, do you?
You know that what it's called. I trained 3 years as a wild mage before they let me in on that one. My mentor tended to grunt. Training was a bitch.
I didn't even have a mentor. Count yourself lucky, lizard man.
The Githyanki are not. Never mind. Lesser beings can hardly be expected to understand the intricacies of planar biology. So now, I've been very patient because you are a lesser being. I'm trying not to overwhelm you with my psionics just by accident. See how nice I am. So hand over the silver sword blade and we'll all be happy. Well, maybe you won't be happy, but you won't be dead. That's got to be better, right? So, are you going to hand over the sacred blade or not?
I don't know. It's a not that critical find of a blade, but it has some warple capability, so it might kill the target with each strike. And you can't really do much about that, you just die. That's the end of it. Yeah, no, it's mine.
Did I say I was a wild mage, right? If I end up having to cast a spell here, I won't be held responsible for it. So hand over the blade, or do I start casting?
Your worst.
Jeez, I wouldn't say that. My worst can be pretty bad.
Yes. I need something to punch Oki.
Ready for
Trying
anything?
to
So
escape.
easy, you could almost do it yourself.
Reach him.
What would you have me do? Taste darkness, fools!
Oh shit.
Clear yourself.
The practice of magic without a license is forbidden in the city of Azcatla. You shall receive one warning only. Further spellcasting will result in your death.
Ah, fuck this. There's the further spell
Happy to
casting
help.
coming.
To try to help anyway.
I will listen.
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Yeah, he didn't give a two shits about the spell casting anyone else does.
I'm ready. That's it?
Mind
I need to kill the killing power of this enemy group.
Ha! I'll rip you apart, you
Yes,
wave-faced
feed me.
cur.
Fine.
You have a problem?
I'll kill that one first.
Taste your fool! You were lucky then.
Oh, can everyone see that? Boy, I'm good.
Kill them all and have done with it.
Blood potions. That's about it though. Right, I don't think we'll be going after the vampires now, for two reasons. First being that we need to ask for allies anyway, and two is I need to do shopping, I need to sell stuff, buy stuff, so that'll take a little bit of time. Better to save the vampires for later. We can probably do Soldan SLR and actually end Shadows of Awe pretty much in a single session after this. Depends how much trash we are gonna kill. At least Bodhi and Soldan SLR we can do.
Very well.
This is pretty much the last chance to buy things.
Rybald Bardaman at your service.
Give me a special wares. 50 gold just to take a look. Cursed Blade Armor. Priority should be to get everyone a +4 weaponry of some sort. Magic's probably sort of worthless in the end anyway, unless we go for very high level spells. Lower levels will be self-defense and buffing purposes only. Worthwhile enemies aren't gonna care about low level spells. Invulnerability, saving throws +5. I think I'd rather save my money. 14,000 per spell. Yeah, I think we want to get what exactly? Maybe Wail the Banshee. Okay, what do we really want? Shape Change can be very useful, because we can tank magic with that, an indefinite amount of it. Iron Golem Shape is immune to magic. But usually you don't have the luxury when you deal with powerful mages that way. Power Word Kill. Okay, the creature must have 60 of your hit points, otherwise the spell has no effect. No saving throw. It's not particularly good for us. I think Chain Contingency might be the best. It's not gonna matter in most situations, but when it does, we can do a lot with it. Mostly we would focus on offensive spells. Triple offensive spells cast on a target. 3 8 level spells or lower. That's a good opening shot in almost any fight. And the spell strike. I can't afford a huge amount of spells anyway. Do I have Pierce Shield? Forward Blind is actually quite nice. No saving throw and it just blinds. Lasts for 6 rounds only, but it actually does hit the targets. Need to learn those after drinking a potion. Yeah, I need to check, do I have the Pierce Shield already? Yeah. I thought so. Last potion Venus. I don't really care about the offensive 9th level spells because the high level abilities take a 9th level slot and they're much better on the offensive than the spells we can just buy. So they're sort of worthless in that sense. Right, I need to sell stuff. This probably isn't a good place to do it though. Assad. He's probably now immune to normal weapons. Fist damage is 15 to 34, 4 attacks per round. Chance to hit -10, -7, -2. Yeah. Dorn Ilkhan is increasingly worthless. But that's the stuff we wanted to buy, more or less. Now it's about what we can make. We asked for called wizards to help. We're not exactly their allies though, and I don't really care about their help. I don't really care about the Shadow Thief help either. Rist is a good killer. The paladins are probably good killers. I need fighters, extra blades, distractions. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot about this.
I will enjoy this. You are going. I will take care of this.
Okay, could the rest of you just pass the guy?
Yes. It will be done.
He's going to catch up to us, so I'm just going to blind him.
I shall do what is... I could handle that.
What would you have me do? Easily.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
A waste of my talents. But so
May
be
the
it.
gods look upon you kindly.
Greetings to you, my last vulture. In the name of the most noble order of the Radiant Heart, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Squire Catheras, assistant to the prelate Wessalan. I'm young, but I have been following the tales of your many exploits. It's difficult to discern the truth, but whatever truth there is to these tales must be quite exciting. I'm pleased to finally meet you in person. I apologize, however. You likely came here with a purpose. I'm keeping you from it. Did you have business with the Order? Yes, I do, but I can speak only to the prelate of it. Of course, forgive me for being so inquisitive. I'm sure the prelate would have nothing against speaking with you. Follow me. Okay, this is odd. They probably don't take well to Dorn. Why haven't I been here? I think I have been here before. So why was that there? Why did that have to be changed?
I welcome you with outstretched hand. I welcome you with outstretched hand.
I intend to do battle with a powerful coven of vampires in the city, and I wish to request the Order's aid. I have heard of this vampire. Her name is Bodhi, but did you not destroy her and her guild at the beginning of the Shadow Thieves? I destroyed her guild because I needed the aid of the Shadow Thieves, but I could not destroy her. She has returned to Athkatla and has regained her power. And she and her brood must be stopped without question. Very well. The Order shall fight alongside you against this evil. When you go to the graveyard to face this creature, I shall send you... Yeah, okay. Group aid.
I will listen.
Very well.
More cannon fodder. Probably not too much. I mean, we're mostly going to send Dorn to just beat the shit out of them with the maze of disruption. could take the throwing axe of undead destruction too. Yeah, this is the final chance to do that sort of crap.
I look forward to it.
Either we buy it now or it's forever lost. We don't have too much money. Might be able to produce a few. I need to go to the slums anyway to sell some of my stuff.
I am Dorniel Khan. I do as I will. You do
I
not
think I
give
would
me
like to
orders.
buy the item.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Very well.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Next level, she can use it. And she's using these throwing weapons anyway. I don't really think we have weapon skills for it. Undead must save versus death at -4 or be utterly destroyed. What is this technically? It's a +4 weapon versus undead. +3 versus others, based on the damage at least. +3 weapon still would be useful against most enemies in the game, and it's fairly cheap. I mean, 3,000. I could also try to steal it, but I don't think so. I don't want to get into any kind of a issue here anymore. Right.
I look forward to it.
We'll go to Galen Bale, sell all of our crap, then go manufacture a few additional items. Can I manufacture a few additional items? I don't know, I might have sold some of them away. I'm actually pretty sure I might have sold them away. It will probably be here. I've definitely sold them away. Crap. I'm missing a pair of gloves or gauntlets. Strength gauntlets.
You must gather your party
Because no
before
one could have
venturing forth.
taken advantage of them earlier, but they're a necessary component if we want to construct a conveyor
I will
hammer.
enjoy this.
I'm not sure if I want
I will
to.
take care of this.
It's a good hammer though. Mainly I would like it because it's good against golems.
Ah, I know a discerning
They're
eye when
incredibly
I see
annoying to
one.
take out without some kind of a golem destroying weapon, especially the better ones. Blunt weapon alone of that caliber would be very powerful against them. I've sold most of my crap here, but certainly not all of it. Hands of Hakak. That's these. 7,700. Yeah. I sort of think I want to make the hammer, so that's pretty much mandatory. Right. Might have another use for the Girdle of Fortitude. Have to hold on to that. Can sell them 20 at a time. Staff of Fire. Will I ever use these? No, 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 no. Go away. Pixie Brick, maybe? Okay. We probably can't make all of these. We want to make all of them. Eyes of the Beholder. What the hell is this? Armor class, protection from critical hits. Yeah, these are okay abilities, I suppose. Probably never gonna use it, but who the hell knows. But this is more of the random crap bag. I'm not gonna use Lilarcor ever again. Or Burning Earth +1. $16,000 only. There's quite a few items though that I can't really do anything about until I identify them. I think I'll hold on to this +5 leather armor or studded leather armor. We don't have to sell everything directly anyway. Crossbow of Affliction, it's a sort of a cursed item. This spell hold like effects 3 times per day. She can probably use it soon, so not gonna sell it away.
Wonders I have seen, but I save the best for you.
And it's the one of those things that well, I didn't identify them, I just sold them away. Fuck you, game. When guys, luckily I saved, just saved.
Very well.
But I got done miss. We can get about 20,000 gold from this. It's not a huge amount, but it'll allow us to do the crafting we need. See if we can do a better job this time.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Identify the
What
crap
would you have me
first.
do?
Just sell it away. Wilson's inventory is probably good for that sort of stuff. If it's need identification, give it to Wilson. Let's try this again.
I look forward to it.
Hopefully this time
I will
without
enjoy
giving
this.
away the expensive gear.
Ah, I know a discerning eye when I see one.
And the piece of crap can't even identify these. I think I was planning to hold on to the armor anyway, so we can afford to hold on to it then.
Wonders I have seen, but I save the best for you.
If necessary, we can get a decent amount of extra cash by selling a lot of gems. So I think we're a little bit richer than it might appear otherwise. And we need to buy the gloves. We're more or less going to get the money back. 44,000. 45,700 something. Good enough. At worst, creations we need to do will cost maybe 20,000, probably less. We don't have that many powerful items we need to create. The hammer will act as an anti-golem thing. We have an anti-undead thing. We can create a anti-Efreeti / fire elemental thing with a halberd. And we need to ask for the aid of the shadow thieves anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap on things. This took longer than I thought. It always does. Mainly because half of the group moves with a snail's pace. Also, reading out dialogue takes a surprising amount of time. You play on it on your own, even if you read it, doesn't usually take more than a few seconds. I think it's probably doubles the amount of time you need to do to play a game.
A waste of my talents.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
What would compare involve? Yeah, let's do it. For 10,000 gold, we'll get a item that will do a massive amount of physical damage to most target and destroy golems. Well, assuming they fail their saving throws, that's the reason that it doesn't really work all that well. But even against the most powerful golems, even then it works on all golems fairly well, and there's always the chance of getting the instant kill. It's a good hammer.
Me timber's bad enough without ye bothering me.
And we lost girdle. Compare +5, strength set to 25, slays stone golems, clay golems, etins and trolls. So it doesn't affect iron and or adamantine in this one. That's the practical end result more or less anyway. Still, the strength 25 is the biggest thing, because it'll drastically increase the damage it causes. It'll replace the Blade of Searing only. 12 to 18 points of damage. 19 to 25, and I don't think I have any particular hammer skill. No. So the damage can be drastically increased. How about the chance to hit improves by 6? Yeah. Blade of Searing really has no purpose. For sale. Okay. What else?
Your chattering's starting to wear on me nerves.
Well, I want Geeson's bow. I don't think so. Yeah. 7,500 for halberd. It's another weapon for Dorn. Dorn has a significant amount of slaying weapons now. This is a third slaying weapon. He has the mace, he has the warhammer, and now he has the halberd. It's a lot of money wasted if we lose Dorn. But now that since it's Gromnir Ilkhan that's the child of Baal, I don't think Dorn necessarily is the child of Baal at all. Which means we are not gonna lose him. Which means we have a fairly effective fighting party. 15% chance of draining the victim of water, plus 15 cold damage. Slays fire elementals, efreets, and salamanders. So yeah, it's a +4 weapon too. So all of these would be enough to harm all the enemies in the game. This would be better for melee opponents. Okay, do we have anything else? I'm sort of starting to run out of money soon.
Me timber's bad enough without ye bothering me.
Morphle Silver Sword. Yep, that's another Dorn. Generic kill weapon. Chance to kill everything with a single blow. You can always get lucky with the Morphle effect. The chance probably isn't much, but when you can do something like 10 attacks in a round, even a 10% chance is, yeah, that's quite significant.
Your chattering's starting to wear on me nerves.
+3. 25% chance per hit that the target must save versus death, -2 or die. That's low for a saving throw though. But 25% chance is, that's a high chance. Yeah, the Abyssal Blade starts to seem like it's terrible. +5 weapon versus devils and demons, but that's all it does. Extra damage versus devils and demons versus instant death and superpowers. It doesn't sound so good anymore. Anything else? I'm running out of money at this point. Okay. We're done. I've been storing some of the weapon components. I could do the equalizer.
Very well.
A new weapon of neutrality, things like that, and decent bow, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna go and ask for help with the Shadow Thieves and leave things there. Might as well rest too. I want to hear Mira's story before I go to face the vampire.
I look forward to it.
Nothing like some time ashore.
It's a cold and dreary day when the Thumb can't extend a bit of hospitality to his guests. Come, enter and be welcome at the sea's bounty.
Might have to go somewhere else to rest, outside the
Kill them
city.
all and have done with it.
It doesn't matter. I just hope I'll actually recall that next time I start playing.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I must gather my what?
Very well.
Please tell me again, game. Get the first 15 times you said it. I wonder if that's you can disable that. Well, you can mod it out at the very least. Okay, did someone take a retreat? No. You're doing just fine. Can I talk to you?
I look forward.
Do you have something to report?
No, it has to be Melas or nothing.
Ah, you have returned after all. And far sooner than I expected.
Yeah. After you left on Heberian ship, I must admit that I have wondered if you would reach the island, never mind return. Yep. I have wondered that myself, considering the fact that your captain betrayed me. He betrayed you? I'm not surprised. Oh, don't look at me like that. It was not because of me. Simon Havarian was not one of my men in the slightest. I did tell you that few ships dare to visit Brinlaw, and you saw the type of person that haunts the place. Havarian was the best available, I'm afraid. We wish I could have the good captain dragged and punished for his misdeeds. I did pay him extra to keep you safe, gold that apparently was wasted. There's no need. He seemed to have little choice in his actions, and he may have even be dead for all I know. Then he is left to his own fate, which is good enough. Havarian has a habit of turning up like a bad copper, so I doubt this is the last I've seen of him. I need your help in dealing with Bodhi. You were successful destroying her guild, of that I am glad, but the mistress herself seems to have survived. I don't know why she returned to Athkatla, but I can't take the risk that she will rebuild and take revenge on the Shadow Thieves. And myself, of course. I would like you to end her existence permanently. I won't fault you for your failure last time. Obviously, both of us underestimated the extent of her power. Yeah, I intend to do it anyway. I came here looking for your assistance in attacking her. Add my own men to your force. Why would I do that? No doubt you would use them as cannon fodder in the attack, and I would lose the skilled agents I have left. I'm sure I don't have to remind you of the cost of Bodhi's war. I have few people left, and yours are not the most trustworthy hands to put their lives into. Yeah, I need all the help I can get, Aaron. Every man you can send is needed. I suppose there is no real reason to not trust you with the lives of my men. I would do much to make sure this vampire is finally destroyed. Very well then, you will have the help of the Shadow Thieves. At the barest hint of betrayal, however, you are on your own. I will have Arcanis and Yahiko and others, our best assassins, so join you when you enter Bodhi's catacombs. I want to be sure Bodhi is forever out of my hair.
Go to the catacombs when you're ready then. Your assassins will meet you there. And, incidentally, good luck.
You have a I will
Yeah,
enjoy this.
and that's where we end things. I don't think the assassins are any good. They're thieves. They're not good at attacking, and they're weak as hell. They don't have armor class. They don't have backstabbing. Isn't the best thing available. If that's the only thing you have to rely on when fighting, you're gonna have a bad time. The paladins probably are a decent help. Priest is also a decent amount of help. So yeah, they were all also unnecessary, totally unnecessary. I'll take all the help I can get.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Right.
I will take care of
We
this.
need to go somewhere else first. I want the Nira situation solved before we enter the Graveyard District. Graveyard District has a good chance of interrupting whatever is going on with other people. So please attempt to mug me. Excellent. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Monk is starting to be respectable at this point. It just amuses me greatly when you kick someone or you punch him and he just blows apart totally. Poison immunity, we're getting closer to magic immunity. For 60 points of crushing damage. 29, 50. Yeah, this is 2 critical hits in those 3 strikes though. But yeah, Rasad is starting to be useful, genuinely useful. More accurate fighter than Dorn. I think most accurate at the moment. Wilson will override him at some point, but I don't have to worry about him getting affected by status effects. Right, leaving things here, worrying about me rather than going to the vampire thing, going to Sultan Istelar and preparing to end the game. Well, the first part of the second part.